Look at the sled. It almost left Ray Nitschke Field, launched into orbit. It's a big dude right there.
Almost landed over at the Quick Trip.
Yeah, for sure. So just the guys doing work, and, you can see everybody is all hands on deck, focused, locked in, even guys that are away from the drill, working their way through the rotation. They know that Bane Gary is keeping a watchful eye over them. That's the thing I'm noticing about this D-line group, man. Nobody wants to upset Rashawn out there. They're all trying to outwork him and match that intensity, and it's something really cool to see. And then, of course, Coach Covington, you see here, hands-on as always, really working well with the guys.
That's a great shot, Tim. That's good camera.
Absolutely love that, Tim. It looks like they're doing, like you're getting prepped for a guard pulling at you. The tackle crashes down, pinches down, and you got to go up and you got to fill that, man. You got to make contact. We saw that. We saw Baron Sorrell do that. We saw it a couple times with LVN, just going through the chalk talk and all that. But I mean, I love that he's teaching him all these little things that we're going through, and he's so hands on with them. I cannot wait to see the season.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It wasn't so much, the initial hit on the sled. It was, how are you coming off of that? That's what they were stressing for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So here's the defensive front working with Coach Covington again, right? Get that muted down there. So what we got here, Tim?
I don't think we had any curse words. I think you might be able to run the audio here. If you want to hear the sounds of football, we might be able to get a little bit in here.
Let's get it.
Look at Gary. Oof.
Don't you miss hearing that sled engage, Jacob?
Oh, you got to love it.
Sounds like me hitting the fridge at 2 a.m.
All you're hearing in this is Coach Ogabasi and Coach Covington. That's who's screaming.
Notice the legs continue to drive, right? Watch the legs. Watch the legs. Chop, 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 chop. Release thing.
So
absolutely.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, Jacob, man, this has got to get you excited, right, dude? Football's right around. We got football Thursday night, boys.
Yeah, that's right.
It's crazy.
Hall of Fame game coming up.
Made it. Anything you boys want to add to this before we move on to the next one? We good?
Just again, I'll reiterate what I've been saying since the start of camp. Coach Ogabasi going into his second year with us, Coach Covington in his first year. These two guys look like they grew up together. I swear. The way they work together, the way they communicate, the way they have these guys working in unison. I mean, it really is. It's something special to see, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Fishy Things, who just became a member here on YouTube. Appreciate you, buddy. We will make sure that you are entered into the next giveaway, which got to decide what we're going to do this week, Chance. I think we may do an autographed Lucas Musgrave rookie card. Luke Musgrave. Luke Musgrave. I was looking at Lucas Van Ness here on the video. So that'll be the next one. Also, we're looking for Rodney Jens, Jacob Clay, or Dave Colving. Okay.
Jacob Clay?
Dude, that's fake.
That's what I thought. Rodney Jens was the actual winner of the autographed Dontavion Wicks rookie card. So make sure you guys reach out so we can get that to you.
Yeah, I want to go ahead. I'm going to donate an all-you-can-eat buffet pass for the Oval Office as well, just to sweeten the pot. Yeah, it's
nice.
Is that with Bunny Bucks, or do they not have those there?
No, they're Schrute Bucks.
Only valid when Jacob's not working, right?
Yes, exactly.
So again, look at LVN. LVN's a monster, man. Seriously.
Wait, can we go back? Hit the top of this clip real quick. Can we just circle that right shoe right there? Look at that. See,
right
I'm telling you, that white boy swag Tucker Kraft had. There's another pair of Jordan 11s on a white boy on this team. You got to love it, man.
No mid calves too, Tim. Ankle socks, no mids. I mean,
nothing.
Come on now.
Let's go, big boy stuff. Let's go.
God,
unbelievable, man. All right, so just surprised nobody wears the New Balance I wear. You know what I mean? Look at Baron Sorrell here. Let's hear it.
Ooh, look at him throwing that. What?
Yeah.
Coach is sitting there. Good hit, my boy. Now get this thing off of me.
Watch the coach. He comes off so vicious. Watch the coach. Is it just me, or does the coach look scared when he sheds this? Watch the coach.
He was like, hold on. Okay.
Yeah. Watch him again. Second rep. Got to straighten it out. I'm excited about Baron Sorrell.
Man, they got new sleds. They got that little half circle right there to keep that thing from falling over all the way. I love that.
Dude, lots of new toys at camp this year. Lots of cool stuff to see out there.
Yeah, a lot different than that one you got at the house, right? I mean, I know you duct tape a pillow onto a lawn chair.
I just run into a tree for 3 hours. That's all I do.
Exactly. So, Tim, man, these are great shots, dude. I can't thank you enough for grabbing.
Oh, for sure, man. Glad I was able to get a couple.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And then what we got here, O-line, D-line drills. We'll just throw that in the background as we talk here.
We could probably run audio on this, maybe, I think. I'm trying to think.
So you got Jordan Morgan there at left guard, or are they just going in twos, aren't they?
It looks like it, yeah. Really focusing on the tackles and the edges, I think, on this one.
Fine, Morgan. Donovan Jennings, guard tackle from South.
Don't mind the play-by-play from people standing next to me. But no, it's really cool just to get this close. You know, when they work on that south end of the field, man, it's my opportunity to get you guys some shots like this, and you're up close and personal, seeing them work.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, dude. Awesome. All right, so let's get into the details of what happened at camp today. Listen, we may run through a couple of different Twitter feeds. We're going to start with Rob Demovsky, all right, because he actually, I was telling the guys, he done a really good job of tweeting and then commenting on his tweets so you get it in order rather than backwards. But let's just kind of run through this. He's got the guys coming out of the locker room here, right? Practice number 5, first one with the pads on. Is there anything that we noticed them coming out? There's Marshawn Lloyd before he had to leave, obviously. But, I mean, we're pretty darn healthy, boys. Pretty darn healthy. There's Malik Willis coming out. There's Jay Love. Yeah, the guys are looking good. So let's go down here. First look at Elton Jenkins. This is Elton Jenkins' first practice reps, I guess you could say. And wide receiver Savion Williams appears to be progressing through the concussion protocol. He's going through position drills again today. That's all he did yesterday. So we'll see if he's a bigger participant today. So we'll see if we get any updates on that. I'm excited to watch Savion Williams, Emilio, in training or in preseason, man. Hopefully he can get that concussion right, and let's see what he can do on the field. Because here's what you're going to see, guys. You're going to see Malik Willis throwing to Savion Williams. Probably a little bit of Matthew Golden too, I would imagine. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's right around the corner. But
no, absolutely. And just getting eyes on him. That way Matt can kind of get an idea of what he feels, in his offense, what he kind of likes, what Savion likes, and what Matt thinks he can do. We'll go from there. We can build on it. Doesn't need to be a house right away, right? We can work on the foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a bunch of people in there. If you would take a quick second, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all making us part of your evening. Rob Demovsky went on to say linebacker Quay Walker also doing more each day, has not done team yet. So you're seeing him out there doing some individual drills, a little more consistently, I guess you could say. I think Quay's right around the corner. He's going to be ready to go, man. The ankle looks good too, right? Yep. To the best of my knowledge, there's no brace. It doesn't look like it's like any more heavily taped than it normally is, right?
Yep. That's what I picked up on too. If you look at him, his left and right ankle look like they're equally taped.
Yeah, just normal spat, right?
Yeah, normal spat, and just trying to see how he moves. A lot of turning the hips, a lot of cutting, start, stop, and shoot. He was doing fumble recovery yesterday. Today he was, getting a little more active, doing a little bit of hitting. I think it's a matter of time before we see Quay a full go.
Yeah, completely agree. Rob Demovsky goes on to say, running back Marshawn Lloyd slow to get up and then limped off after he appeared to take a hit in the legs. Appeared to be Nate Hobbs. That's what we were talking about. Lloyd is still on the field, but he doesn't have a helmet and is just watching from behind the huddle. And we'll move on to the Matthew Golden. I will say this. There were several people reporting that Zach Tom immediately went to Nate Hobbs and got in his face. I love that. Listen, I love that Nate Hobbs is being physical, but I also love that Zach Tom, he's got the contract now. He had the credibility on the field. Now he's got the credibility in the pocket, right? And he's going to be one of these dudes, Jacob, that I think Zach Tom is going to step up and be a leader on this offensive line. So now you got Elton anchoring at center. You got Zach Tom, newly paid, confidence through the roof. Love the fact that he was the one that went to Nate Hobbs like, hey, boy, this ain't going to fly. I just love it.
Yeah, I mean, two things can be true at once. I absolutely love the aggressiveness of Hobbs and the way that he's willing to kind of set that tone. Also love on the opposite end that a guy like Zach Tom feels comfortable enough to go up to him and say, hey, man, this is friendly fire. You know, you got to stop that. Again, like two things can be true at once, you know, and I really do appreciate what Hobbs is doing because I want that aggressiveness level to be raised to the point where, like, you know, we don't want to be hurting our own guys. So obviously you have to pump the brakes a little bit, but I love the fact that Zach Tom has finally found a little bit more of a leadership role. I think he's been a very quiet presence in the locker room, but I like him stepping up and feeling like he can be vocal enough. You know, it is crazy to think we could go from having what I would say was probably the liability on our team last year would be the offensive line to now thinking that it could be shored up in a very quick and aggressive fashion when you got guys like Banks coming in here. Obviously, we're going to see what's going on with that left guard or with the right guard position. But you guys know how I feel about Rasheed Walker. I think that we need to keep him. If I hadn't, you know, if it was up to me, I'd give him the bag, not a huge one. I'd try to maybe get like a Zach Tom friendly deal, but just imagine if we do have staples all throughout that. If we have Zach Tom, Walker, and then Elton in the middle, and then plug in whatever guards you'd like. And I really do think that is quite an overhaul of that offensive line group. And I'm looking at these guys looking like we're going to have road graders. And man, I just am excited to watch Josh Jacobs absolutely eat.
I wonder if Zach Tom walked up to Nate Hobbs and was like, hey bro, you know, you're making the team, right? Like, don't worry. You're gonna make this team. Don't worry. Just
you're all good, man.
Chill out on my guys real quick, right? Protect your offense at all costs. And to your point, Jacob, it's absolutely right, man. I mean, Zach Tom and Elton Jenkins, man, those are your guys on that line. And you know, I'm with you, man. Hopefully, Sheed gets his money, you know, and we got a third one there. We've got our pillars, you know.
Pay that man his money.
Rob Demoski also tweeted out live as a rookie wide receiver, Matthew Golden with a strong hands catch on the sideline against Keyshawn Nixon in one period, and then in the next appeared to mistime a jump on a high throw from Love that went off Golden's hands for Nate Hobbs' interception. They said Nate Hobbs left for 3 plays, came back, and immediately intercepted a ball.
Built your ass.
So Nate Hobbs is starting to pop here. I've heard multiple accounts, like they said, you know, like when you look at Rob Demoski's account here, this Matthew Golden thing, you know, strong hands catch on the sideline, right? And then the next one appeared to mistime a jump. I heard other people say Jordan Love airmailed it, and I heard other people say that it was going to be a tight window throw where Love had to get over the defense under the over-the-top coverage. So you get like 3 different stories there, right? It just depends on who you want to listen to. But nonetheless, the reason the ball got picked off, Matthew Golden jumped up, it tipped off the top of his fingertips and goes over to Nate Hobbs. But again, man, the thing we're seeing is Nate Hobbs flashing everywhere, right? And also, I remember Wildy saying live in his coverage that the Matthew Golden catch on Keyshawn Nixon, it was great coverage by Keyshawn Nixon. Matthew Golden just made a hell of a catch. So you're seeing Golden flash at camp. You're seeing Nate Hobbs flash at camp. You're seeing Quay Walker looking healthy. Elton Jenkins is back in the fold now. Boys, I'm telling you, it's looking good. This is looking, you know, like this is the healthiest we've been in a long time. And then, oh, by the way, you know, come late October, early November, we'll be getting Christian Watson back too, barring any setbacks. So exciting stuff. This guy asked Rob Demoski, how's the energy? Of course, Rob just ignored him. But Tim, how was the energy today? How would you rate it, man? Did you feel like it was pretty solid today?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, you always get that high energy when the pads come on, right? And that may be what we're dealing with a little bit with Hobbs, right? You know, you put the pads on, you're going a little bit faster, you're hitting a little harder. It was intense, man. You know, I've said that from the get-go, even before the pads came on. You know, we saw this team hit the ground running from day one, and today was no exception. If anything, I'd argue that maybe the intensity was turned up another notch today. So keep your eye on these boys going forward because everybody seems locked in. You got guys fighting for spots. There's competition, but, you know, you've got that good balance between veteran leadership and young players that understand what we're trying to do here this year. And it feels like everybody's bought in at this point.
Yeah.
Go
Go ahead, Jacob.
Sorry, I was just going to ask you guys a question. Coach brought it up earlier in the chat, but Dave Garcia here just said the Cowboys left tackle just tore his ACL. I don't want to trade Walker, but his trade value will never be as high as it is right now. What are your thoughts on that? I believe that Coach Lynn said yes. Guyton, the offensive lineman, might have torn his ACL. Tyler Guyton.
My knee.
It's a first round pick, right? We actually had him
Yeah.
slightly
Yeah.
higher than Jordan Morgan on our draft board when we took Jordan Morgan, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, my stance doesn't change with Rasheed Walker. Like, I mean, if someone's willing to give you a second round pick for him, that's enticing. It is. But, man, the fact that you, again, take it back, what happened in the Eagles game, right? The offensive line fell apart because of one injury.
Yep.
Now, if we go trading a Rasheed Walker, we're kind of right back in the same boat that we were in. That's the way I see it. I don't know.
Great point.
Yeah.
Great
What do
point.
you
Because
think,
that's my
Emilio?
thought. Who's ready to play left tackle right now? Who's ready to be your starting left tackle in Green Bay? If you can't answer that question, then you don't trade Rasheed Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
and-
want to do it.
At the earliest, let Rasheed Walker go out there and play left tackle, right? And then as you get close to the trade deadline, if someone's in a real bad pinch and they want to offer you the farm and you don't plan on re-signing him, then maybe you think about it, right? Because maybe by then Jordan Morgan's up to speed, he can play left tackle. But again, I'm with you, Jacob. Tim, I don't want to do it. What do you think, Emilio? What would it take? Let me ask it this way. I'm gonna put you on the spot. It's gonna be like Judge Judy.
He
Right?
thinks Glover's starting left tackle. That's why he don't care.
Yeah, listen, you're not allowed to answer anything Glover here, okay?
Okay.
What would it take for you to trade Rasheed Walker away? Don't say nothing because you know something. It may be 3 first-round picks. Whatever it is, what would it take for you to go, I'll trade Rasheed for that?
I mean, I would, if we got a second and a third out of them, third and a first, second and a third, something like that. Sure. If they're in that much of a pinch, all right, that's a screaming deal. That's a screaming deal. You're telling me you got a 7th round pick and you flip that for a second and a third or a first and a third or something like that. I need 2 picks.
If you're not wanting to re-sign him, right? So
Right.
Yeah.
And the way kind of Matt was talking was, let's get Belton settled outside. Maybe Morgan already knows what he's doing outside. We're just wanting to get the reps to Belton on the outside. I think that there's enough in there. I mean, we have, John, who's probably not going to be on the team at the moment. We have a lot of, linemen in the pipeline. But then if we're moving Rasheed, we have to kind of rely on Elton for another year or two beyond this year. I think that if you're willing to move Rasheed, you have to be willing to bend a little bit and hold Elton here as the glue piece, in the center. I think that would be my only stipulation.
Got it. So trade Glover for NFL Blitz 2000. Emilio, man, your boy.
I'm telling you.
Get in here.
If he makes
I'm
this- if he makes
gonna
it-
defend Emilio because Glover's been balling out so far. I know we're early in camp, but Glover's looked better than he did last year so far. I'm
You
just
know what
gonna
we need to do? We need to put a
I'm
photo.
telling you, Clay. What about I don't forgot who called me out, but it's the wheelbarrow is going to be rolling in down the sidewalk at practice if he makes that 53.
Here's what I need. I need somebody who's hearing my voice right now, and I know how you degenerates are on X. I need somebody to create the Photoshop from the concert, the Coldplay concert. I need it to be Emilio. I need it to be Emilio and Travis Glover is what I need. Okay.
So Emilio's holding Glover because that's how it would go.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, you. All right, let's see what Mike Spofford had to say about practice. Get this thing back on the rails here, okay? I hear.
I heard Glover switching the corner. I love it.
And that source was Emilio, right?
You heard it from a fan right here.
You guys don't understand. We were in Nashville, me and Emilio, and the lady friends, and also known as our wives. I don't know why I said lady friends.
Yeah, get us in trouble over here.
So
Jeez.
we're walking across the bridge from our hotel. We had a great spot. We're walking across the bridge to Nissan Stadium. Emilio's carrying 2 bananas because he said he don't want to cramp up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be damned if we didn't walk right towards the stadium and there's a Packer fan wearing a Travis Glover jersey.
Shut
It
up.
was unbelievable.
I should have ran him
Emilio,
down right then.
Clay, I told you 44 PFF grade. I
I
told you.
I was trying. What, he played 13 snaps all season before the playoff game? Come on now.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
It blew my mind. I was just like, hell, maybe he is Jim. No,
Is that a real story?
Yeah,
That's
no,
a
there
real
really was.
story.
I should have got a picture.
Here's what
with
makes it better, Jacob. It was a pristine auction autograph. Was it not a New York?
Yeah, no, it was clean. It was like the cleanest jersey I've seen.
He was the best guy around.
I'm done.
Coach says they make those.
Look at Chuck Jaggers. Who the hell bought that?
Next time I'm stopping him and we're taking a picture. It could have been Travis Glover's dad, honestly, for all we knew. Like it,
The J. Cole says it must have been family.
I would have been hype. I would have been. I'm part of the Glover train over here. No one wants to get on him.
As y'all are talking about this nonsense, I'm sitting there thinking we got to get this back on track. And every time I look up, the numbers keep going up. There's more viewers now than there has been the whole time talking about Travis Glover. So anyway, Mike Spofford said rookie cornerback Micah Robinson stays with wide receiver Matthew Golden nicely on an out and up. Clifford had nowhere to fit the ball in. So Micah Robinson getting a good little rep there. If you guys want to know a little bit more about Micah Robinson, if you go to our Patreon group, we put an article up when we drafted him and kind of gave you his whole background. If you want to see what he does well, just go to patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access. Love with a beauty on a deep out to Golden with Nixon in tight coverage. That's the one we talked about. Nice rollover grab by the rookie. Brenton Cox, here we go, Jacob. Brenton Cox bringing the physicality versus the run. A lot of heavy contact on that edge. Willis finds rookie Savion Williams on a deep over, then checks down nicely to tight end Sims on shallow release off the bootleg. So they had a little leak off the boot there. But Savion Williams, boys, on a deep over. Let's go. Let's get it. So
here's the guy.
Harley's, I think he meant Halfley. Halfley's defense bluffing blitz looks, sending others, forcing Love to react. He finds Jaden Reed, underneath to convert on third down, then slightly high throw, glances off of Golden's outstretched hands and lands in Hobbs's for the INT. We kind of talked about that. And then Tucker Kraft wide open on the bootleg right. Love changes the arm angle to avoid a free rusher and puts it on him. But running game for ones, not getting much done yet. So just a couple of updates here, and then we'll get into the McManus stuff here in a minute. I definitely want to wrap up with that. Mike Spofford says defense gets another punch out. This one from Evan Williams versus Kraft after the leak out into the flat, but the ball went out of bounds. So that's here. A couple things here. Can I be a negative Nancy for just a second? Just a second. That's a second fumble, right? 2 days in a row, Tucker Kraft has had a ball punched out of his hands.
Hey, you don't say that.
But yeah, right. Keep it going, Tim.
I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
There it is. All right, so you can look at that one of two ways, right? Tucker Kraft having trouble holding on the ball, or does Jeff Halfley have these boys buzzing to the ball and punching that thing out, a little peanut punch, right? I think you got a little bit of that going on too. So that's just a little update, like I said, from our boy Mike Spofford, one of the best follows on Twitter, man. I'm just telling you right now.
Spofford's
Dude's
Him and Wes Hockowitz for sure.
Yeah.
Like you said so
Weston.
well the other day, man. I mean, really the best two beat writers we have are in house. Go to Packers.com. Mike Spofford, Wes Hockowitz. I mean, they're second to none for real.
Tim, is there any way that you could back this up? What Coach Len says? He says, "I heard Bo has been sticky. Also, is there any truth to that? Have you actually watched how he's doing in that cornerback room?"
Yes, from what I've gotten to see of the secondary and the little bit of exposure I've had to seeing Bo out there in some of those team exercises, he looks good, man. He doesn't. I mean, to me, he doesn't look like a receiver trying to play cornerback. He just looks like an athlete doing something that's, maybe he hasn't been asked to do, recently, maybe since high school or something like that. But he looks good out there. I mean, sticky enough, to be considered a legit corner, at least during training camp. We'll see what happens with this room, but I think there's truth to that statement. I don't see him getting run over. I don't see him, ending up on his butt out there at all. So keep your eye on number 16 now? Is he wearing 16?
16, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
How crazy would it be
on Bo? It'd be crazy if, after all this talk that we come out of training camp and Bo proves to be like a legit serviceable corner and makes this practice squad. It'd be amazing.
I was going to say, how crazy would it be in a draft that has Travis Hunter, that our guy, Bo Melton, switches positions and is able to do the double? That'd be crazy.
That's true. They drafted Travis Hunter to do that. Is it crazy to think that we could take a guy that's, played a couple years in this league and ask him to do it? Keep your eyes on Get Busy Bo, man. You never know.
We got 160 people watching on YouTube and only 64 likes. I hate to ask, but if you guys would take a quick second right below this video, just hit that like button for us real quick. That'll help more than you know. We appreciate y'all. Matt Schneidman, this one I'm excited about. I cannot talk about this too much right here, right? Matt Schneidman, through 3 kicking practices, Brandon McManus is now 23 of 23 after adding makes from 36 and 43 to win the 2-minute drills for starting and backup offense.
He was the best guy around.
And it's, as Clint says, 100% field goal percentage in camp.
They don't call him McMoney for nothing, baby. Let's go.
I'm telling you, I'm so fired up for McManus being our kicker for the next 3 years, man. So
absolutely,
yeah. BTA Blake B says Brandon McManus BTA.
I wish I could put Holmes.
I'm telling you guys, I was watching him today. He was shagging punts from Danny Whelan a little bit before practice really got going, and I'm telling you, Brandon McManus can throw that football, guys. Do not sleep on the little razzle dazzle here on a field goal attempt.
You think so?
I'm telling you, he's spinning it at least 30, 40 yards. McManus,
tell him about that fake field goal on Madden, baby.
Okay, you want to do the one where he tosses it over his head to the kicker, because I'm telling you, if you try to get it directly to the snapper, it's not going to work. Snapper catch it over the top. You obviously got to hit B on the little out route. Hopefully no one's covering him.
But I'm telling you, that's my point. Like, if you're asking McManus to throw like a 15 or 20 yard out, like he's gonna hum that tater. I'm telling you, I seen it.
I seen it.
I love it.
There's nothing better than going up by 20 points on a 13-year-old playing Madden and then scoring and running that fake field goal on the extra point. It just feels so good.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, I'm going to block this one extra point. No, sir, I'm taking 2 from you, and it's going to be with my kicker.
You can block.
Unbelievable. All right, last thing here, just a quick little recap from Rob Demovsky, and we'll get ready to wrap this big bear up. As he just, and some of the stuff we already talked about, but he just kind of summed up, said that's it for the first pads practice. All right, Love hit Jaden Reed 3 times in the 2-minute, including a 23-yarder to set up the game-winning field goal. All right, so Jaden Reed, still that dude. That's going to be Love's go-to guy. There's no doubt about it. Number 2 offense also won the 2-minute thanks to a big catch by Malik Heath from Malik Willis, although Brenton Cox might have sacked him. I did see that too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Of course, Jacob didn't see it, but yeah, he did. And then the practice lasted 1 hour, 56 minutes. So one thing that LaFleur said too going into practice was he was excited about the heat. He was excited about getting these guys uncomfortable. Matt LaFleur sounded a little bit like a psycho killer this year. I'm digging it. And then he goes out there and has to calm down Nate Hobbs, right? But you know, after Matt LaFleur calmed down Nate Hobbs, he walked off and went, hell yeah.
Yeah. So, because how much fire can Matt LaFleur bring? He's gonna bring that kind of attitude, that mentality, but he can't be on the field with these guys. Like they're gonna have to turn each other up if that's the case. So I think he's carrying himself well right now.
Yeah, like what Prince says, this year kicker talk is free, which is nice. Last year
we were making some hay on kicker talk last year.
Yeah, we had a lot of kickers to talk about last year, didn't we?
Yeah, Mandy was like, I feel like your super chats are down this year. I'm like, we got a kicker. I don't know what to tell you. We got a kicker now. So,
hey, real quick, while we mentioned Brenton Cox there, Jacob, you'd be happy to know that, it's no secret at this point in camp that Keyshawn Nixon is the first guy on the field every single morning. It's well documented. But the second guy on the field, at least today, was Brenton Cox Jr. He was out there early getting his work in. Looks like he's added 10 pounds of human meat muscle, So Jacob should be pretty happy for this year with Brenton Cox Jr. Keep your eyes on number 57 out there for sure.
Hell yeah.
Emilio, you got anything else, man? Anything at all? It's good to have you back.
No, absolutely. Good to be back. I need to get back into some of the pods there, listen to a little Move the Sticks, try to get us back on track there. But right now, think about it. We've gotten through. We got Elton here. Tom got paid. There's a lot of good things happening. We're talking about, not great things that happened to the Ravens with Josh Nee. We got the Cowboys, with tackle losing his ACL. So, there's other things that could be happening. We got to be really happy with where the team is right now. A week into this. So, I really, cannot wait. Everyone's working hard. That's what it's about.
Nice little shot here. Let's crank it up for just a second. Here's Quay Walker hitting the sled and then going through a tackle drill. You ready? Here we go. Love it. He's looking good, boys. Tim, I know you're excited.
Dude, I'm fired up, man. That's I love my Georgia guys, right? I mean, Quay's got family where I've got family down there. It's just a special connection I've had with him these past 3 years. So really looking forward to seeing him back on the field, full go.
Yeah. No doubt about it. And I believe that was actually Bill Huber, that tweeted that out. So shout out to him. I'm telling you, Bill Huber's a great follow, and his writing is phenomenal, straight to the point. Does a really good job for Sports Illustrated. So make sure you guys go give him a follow. I'm sure you already are. So, Jacob, you got anything else, man, before we wrap up? Good.
No, guys in the chat, you guys killed it tonight. Really appreciate that. As we get closer to the season, we have a lot of people watching live, which we really appreciate. If you guys, again, I wouldn't want to beat a dead horse, but hit that like, hit the subscribe, and if you can,
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
The more we can get eyes on this podcast, whatever we're doing, we're a bunch of clowns up here, but for whatever reason, people seem to like it. And we're all a bunch of absolutely diehard Packer fans here. And like Clayton says, we're not experts. We're not, insiders, although Tim's starting to sniff that, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude is in there making hayway. So, I just, this season is going to be awesome. It's going to be absolutely just off the chain. And I just can't tell you guys how excited I am to share it with you. So
we had a couple start in there, right, Jacob? Some super chats from earlier.
Chats. We did.
Give them a shout out.
Let's look at this.
Nodak
Celestial
Mike.
Prophet talking about Lynn Dickey. Yep. Nodak Mike also in there. And real quick, Nodak Mike also said that he's been at camp the last 2 days. Malik Willis has thrown dimes the past few days. Accurate, beautiful throws on target. I really do think, I don't know if you guys saw, but the Tennessee Titans released Treylon Burks today, which was a little bit surprising. And the fact that they've let a lot of their young talent go, like, do you think that they'd wish they could have a redo on Malik Willis? I think they would if it was me.
Fractured his collarbone, right?
Probably do. Yeah, that was more of when they waived him, it was more of okay, he's done here in Tennessee because he broke his collarbone. I think it was the final year of his deal, but I'm with you, Jacob. I think they do wish they had Malik Willis for sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Treylon Burks, I was big on him. It didn't have anything to do with his ability on the field. I found out that he was hunting hogs down in Arkansas with a knife, and I was like, that's my dude right there. That is my guy. Kind of glad that didn't come to fruition. I think he was a 30 visit, too, if I remember correctly, for the Packers. So
I thought so.
Yeah. Tim, we good? Anything else, Bob?
All good. Day off tomorrow. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
That's right. Now, we will not be off tomorrow. We're going to be right back in here, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, talking some Green Bay Packers. We're going to kind of dive into as the smoke settles, right? Because you said there's no practice. Are the guys off tomorrow, or is it just not open to public?
That I don't know. I think who knows? There could be practice. I know it's not open to the public, though, if there is one.
Got it. Yeah,
you guys want me to get up early? I'll go hang around. See if
no. Take the day off. So here's what the schedule looks like this week, guys. So tomorrow, what we'll probably do is just kind of get caught up on some of the updates, let the smoke clear out a little bit, and give you guys, all right, here's maybe take an updated look at the Our Lads depth chart, both offense, defense, just kind of reposition. All right, who's standing out, who isn't, type thing. Just some casual conversation. Now they're going to be back at practice open to the public on Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time for another open practice. They're off Friday, it looks like, or at least it's closed to the public. And then we're going to get into family night on Saturday the 2nd. We may do a live stream here for family night. If we do, it's going to be Tim and Jacob kind of leading that. I'm going to be at Bristol Motor Speedway watching the Braves and the Reds play that game. So I'll be out of the loop. I might be able to call in if service is good enough out there in Thunder Valley is what they call it. So if I could call in, we'll do that. But we'll definitely do a show. I'll do a live stream earlier in the day. And if the guys want to do a family night live stream, just kind of give you guys, just kind of hang out, crack open a daddy soda and give updates on what's going on with family night. That'd be a lot of fun. So, all right, that's it, guys. We're out of here. Appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely, man. Go ahead.
Sorry. Just so you guys know, the fantasy PTA Superflex Fantasy League is officially full. We've got, I think, 12 11 people coming back from last year. We have 3 newcomers. I've sent out those links, so it's probably going to be filled. I have seen a few people in the chat asking if there's going to be a overflow league. I would really encourage you guys, if you want to do an overflow league, let's do it. It'd be really, really fun. I kind of wish I got Emilio and Clay and Tim to just be in one because whatever. But if you guys are into it, just show some enthusiasm in the chat.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
It'll get us going for the next league. So if we get more, that we'd probably want to have at least 10. It'd be great to have up to 12 or 14. So just keep pumping the chat with that acknowledgement there. And if enough of you guys are in there, then we'll do a second chat. Emilio, you're going to fantasy. You're going to be the commissioner of that one, right?
Jacob. I have 3 dynasty leagues going on. One of them's got like 28 people in there. I just won a nail biter last night, 28-27 in overtime. Okay, I'm busy.
Get ready to go.
I'm busy playing
I'm
video.
covered up.
Unbelievable, dude.
I honestly don't even know what you're saying. When you say super flex plus 2D minus a quarterback plus the kickers, I honestly don't even know what you're talking about on fantasy. I'm gonna be honest.
Unbelievable. So here's what we'll do. Jacob, in the Patreon group, let everybody know, you may already have. Let everybody know it's full, and just say everybody rapid fire as quick as possible. Let us know if you would be interested in joining an overflow league. And if so, then we might turn. Who was it? Andrew Matson? Am I thinking right?
Yeah, Andrew Matson would be. I think he'd be a great one to be the commish of that league. So
cool. So we'll do that, and yeah, we'll see if we get enough to fill in that second league. Now, can you run a league if it doesn't fill completely up? Like if you just get 5 teams, can you still run it like that?
You got to have an even number to draft, and you have to have. It'd be the very minimum would be 8 teams. It's not as fun. I would say 10 to 12 at the very least. Yeah.
Yeah, Just check Patreon. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah. If we get enough, we'll run a second league. But I'm really excited about that first league, man. It's going to be a blast keeping up with that. We'll give you guys updates on it all year long, and whoever finishes last, we give them a pretty rough time. So me and Emilio make fun of them for finishing last, and we don't even know how the league works. That's just how it goes. So yeah. But all right, appreciate everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful evening. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world, and go Pack Go.
Here we go.
We're out. Bye, guys.